Hello everyone, Jacqueline JW Van Minimal. This will be a quick update, random. Nothing spectacular. I mean, I'm enjoying the weather, of course, in our town. I just had a meeting. I'm actually in a random parking garage. I say random, but I was somewhere, grabbed some food, and decided to sit here and eat it because I was famished. Like, to the nth degree famished. I don't know why. One of the things I did, and I told my meeting group, was that I have been, and I do this off and on, but I'm back on it again as I drink apple cider vinegar. And, they say dilute it with water or put honey in it or do this and that. And I really don't like to do that because, first of all, if I dilute it with water, that means I'm drinking, 4 to 6 ounces as opposed to a half ounce. And then they tell you to put all kinds of extra stuff in it, like sweets or honey, or no, I can't. Then it's kombucha, and I just don't want to go through all that. So I usually drink like a half an ounce, or it could be an ounce because I'm usually putting in different glasses. If I had a shot glass, I could tell you, but it's usually a half an ounce, and I drink it straight. The last time I was doing that, somebody was telling me not to do it that way because it could burn your stomach or your esophagus or something. I'm thinking, this stuff is not as powerful or doesn't seem as potent as traditional alcohols, and people drink alcohol every day. So I'm not sure. I just know every time I drink some apple cider vinegar, I have to sit and chill for like a good hour. Why? It makes me dizzy. Like I'm drinking, I told my group, it's feel like I'm drinking wine or something. I'm drinking 1 little ounce or a half an ounce of apple cider vinegar, and I'm like dizzy for the rest of the day. So today, when I took my little potion, I had to rush off to the meeting. And when I got there, first of all, I ran up on the curb. Now this was a tight squeeze, I have to say, but I ran up on the curb of the parking structure, and I felt all like woozy. Like, I'm not a drinker per se, so if I drink anything that's like alcohol related, it just, I don't know. I have a weak system basically. But I drink this apple cider vinegar, and I swear it feels like I've had like a couple of shots or more. And it's not like it doesn't feel like when you drink alcohol. Like, again, I'm not a drinker, so, but I know if I drink something with alcohol in it, it's a different feel for when I drink the apple cider vinegar, but it's still sort of intoxicating in some ways. It's weird. Anyway, I took that, and I'm still a little lightheaded from that just apple cider vinegar. So I got to my meeting, and I was just famished. Like, I was so hungry, and I ran out of the house, trying to get to the meeting on time. And the whole time I was thinking about, where am I going to get something to eat? I'm so hungry. So I got through the meeting okay. And then I came close to my downtown and just grabbed something really quickly. But instead of me just going off, I like to eat at a table, stable. I don't like eating in cars, but sometimes I do, like often if I'm in a hurry or if I'm out and about. So I got the food, and I couldn't even drive to any destination whatsoever because I was hungry. So I sat here, I scarfed down the food, which was, I'll give it a C. It wasn't anything spectacular. And now I'm sitting here, and I got the drowsies, but I have to get off to finish doing my work for today. I mentioned before that I'm helping my daughter try to expand her company or whatever. And, it's a process. We get impatient with things. We want stuff to hurry up and happen. But when you are creating a business, especially one that you want to grow to a certain level, you're going to have some setbacks, you're going to have some drawbacks, you're going to have some wetbacks, you're going to have all kinds of craziness going on with that particular company. And believe me, we've had that this week. But I still, want to make sure that I'm supportive and for her to get to the point where she needs to be. But it takes planning, it takes commitment, dedication. So we're still working through a couple of things, but I have to go off and do a couple of things with her this afternoon. And I also have to do some things for my own business, my consulting business. If you guys don't know, I'm a business consultant. I work with nonprofits, help people start nonprofits. I help them develop their board, organizational development, all of that stuff. And that is a struggle, believe me. Being a consultant in certain areas is a struggle. So my daughter has a service business where there's people involved. That's a struggle as well. And mine is a strictly consulting business where I have to drum up business. And, people sometimes don't think information is valuable. So, you have to work a little bit harder in the consulting world. But her business is a transportation company, which is still a service company, but it still, has its issues. But we're working on it. So I'm doing that today. I have a couple other activities that I'm preparing for tomorrow. And this weekend, we were supposed to go to... Is it this weekend? It's not this weekend. That's great. It's not this weekend. It's supposed to be in Devil's Lake, which is a really cool place. I think we're supposed to go next weekend, but you know what I did? I overbooked myself. So you guys help me out here. Like, I planned this trip with my family next weekend, next Sunday. And, we're trying to get in every bit of summer as we can. If the weather is above 65 degrees, we're trying to get it in, basically. So I had made plans for the family, and I say the family is primarily my daughter and myself and my 2 grandsons. My other daughter lives in Georgia, so we don't get a chance to connect with her as much on the physical side. So we like to be outdoors, and we were going to go to this cool place. I have never been there, I have to say. My daughter was there a couple of weeks ago, said it was awesome. We all got to try it. So we were going to go hiking next Sunday. And what did I do? In my haste to volunteer, because I volunteer with a local agent. It's actually an international agency that helps people with distress and disasters and things like that. So I'm a volunteer with that agency. And next Sunday, just happens to be a Sunday, right? I volunteered to be a registration, I don't know, person passing out information, whatever, for a good 4 hours. That's going to dip into the time that we want to get on the road, which was going to be 9 a.m., and go hiking for a few hours, and then just stay out west where we're traveling. So, I have to make a decision. I promised the organization that I would be volunteering, but I also had already made plans with my family. And because I wasn't actively doing my calendar like I'm supposed to, which I pulled my calendar out, I was doing very well with my calendar, with my planning and all of that. And then I put everything in my calendar. Everything's there. I kind of do it in advance. But then when things pop up, I weren't adding them to the calendar. So when I made plans with my family about hiking, and then when I volunteered to do this work with the organization, they overlapped. And I don't know what to do, because I either go back on my word, which I hate doing with the organization, or our family, I'm going to check with the family and see if we can move it to the next weekend. We will see. So that's what's happening with me. I appreciate you coming in and checking out my channel, sharing my channel, commenting below, and more importantly, subscribing to my channel. So we have not gotten to the real nitty gritty of my channel yet, but we will. And I'm working towards that end, and you will not be disappointed. I guarantee you that. So this is Jacqueline, JW Van Minimal. Again, subscribe, comment, share my channel, and we will see you on the other side.